Hello, today I'm making Uzbek Manti, and because we are only two people, I'm gonna use 2 cup flour, some salt. I didn't measure the salt, but I think it's 1 tablespoon. You can put more after you taste it. And I'm gonna add some water. I don't know how much. I'm gonna measure it too for you. Normally I don't measure, but to give you idea, I will measure. Okay, I'm just begin to adding water. I have this cup, and I will just slowly add and see how much water will go in. First a little in the middle. I always mix with the spoon first, and then later on I use my hand. Now I'm continuing to add the water. I will tell you how much water I use it. You have to add slowly, and I'm adding a little bit more from the same 1 cup and keep mixing. Just a little bit more. I didn't use the whole cup yet, and I begin to use my hand to make the dough. Okay, I keep kneading. Water is enough. I'm not gonna put no more water, and this much water left, so it's not even 1 cup. And I'm gonna knead it a little bit more, like a couple more minutes. Then I will cover and take it to the rest. It's at least need to be rest like about 30 minutes. As you see, it's not too hard, it's not too soft. If you make it too hard, it's gonna be a little bit hard to close. Too soft will stick easily. So if you're gonna make more than this much I'm making, so just make it a little bit more harder. Since I'm making just 2 of us, I make softer so I can finish quickly. As you see, my dough is resting. Now I'm gonna make the filling. I wrap it with the cook wrap, so it's not gonna dry and it's gonna stay there until I finish making the filling. I have half of pound of ground beef, and I will chop 1 large onion. I asked my Afghanistan friend Nergis. She said she's cooking the meat, otherwise inside is becoming really hard, like a ball. And I know that usually Turkish people, we make the manti very small, so we don't feel that hardness. But when you make the dough and squares are larger, you will feel it. So I searched online, what can I do? I couldn't find any information to make it softer. So I asked my friend Hatice, and she said, she's from Uzbekistan, she said they are using green square. I like to cut it small, so first I keep the bottom part so it's not gonna separate. And there's no one to record me, so I am cutting and recording same time. It's a little bit difficult, but what basically I do, I just cut it this way small, and then cut it, and then I do it again. You'll see my onions are small enough. Now I'm gonna put it inside the ground. Okay, now I'm gonna cut my green squash. I make dough, and these are inside. I didn't want to waste them. I was keeping to make some kind of burek. We call it muchas. But instead of that, I'm gonna use for my manti now, Uzbek manti. I chopped them as small pieces. Now I'm gonna add it to other ingredients for the filling. You can use chopper for that, but I prefer to use my knife. I think it looks like too much for this much ground beef. More vegetable inside with the onion and this, but it's okay. I like vegetables, so I don't care if it's too much more than meat. I feel it's gonna be nice. I add some salt and black pepper, and Uzbek people adding turmeric too, but I don't have turmeric, so mine will be basically salt and pepper. The background voice you was hearing while I'm chopping was boiling water. I'm gonna do it in steamer like this, the Uzbek way. So I just begin my water to boiling, and I'm gonna reduce the heat down, so it's gonna get warm and also ready when I make my dough. So I'm just gonna keep it this way. It's ready. I just mix it with my hand and squish a little bit so the vegetable will blend very well with the ground beef. I tasted It's really nice taste with the onion and squash and also the ground beef together, salt and pepper. I think it's gonna be delicious. Okay, I clean and dry the area. I'm gonna make my dough and ravioli to ready. Now I'm just gonna begin to make. Okay, you have to floor dust the area so it's not gonna stick. I'm gonna use the half of the dough first and then I will do it. I'm just twist it in like this since I'm using one hand because my other hand is recording. So it's just become like this. Now I'm gonna grow it, make it large. Before do that, you have to put flour so it's not gonna stick. So this other half is covered and waiting here. And I'm gonna enlarge this one. First, I will use this. Then I will use this one. I know you get used to make round shape, but it's, you know, we cut the ravioli to square, so why don't make the dough is square. So first I will begin round, then I will turn it to square, so I'm not gonna waste any edges. Now it's time to use the small one to make it grow. After it's grow, I will shape it to square. Did I say square? Just forget about it. It's rectangle, but still okay. I'm just gonna waste this much on this corner, even though I'm not gonna waste it, but it's just will be easily give me squares I need. And by the way, it's just 1 millimeter thin. My squares are ready. I will use this edge to make small square. First, I was very generous with the filling, but later on I remember I have another dough. So if you make it more filling, you can use more, but I think I will use a little bit less than I was planning because I don't want anything without filling. You know, I want enough filling for each of dough. Now I'm gonna close it. Close it. One is this way. You just gonna do this, and then you're just gonna turn the edges and reach like this, and you will just hold the edges, and that's one way. When they're ready, just put it in a floor tray so it's not gonna stick. Another way, you're just gonna close it to like a little bag like this from here, and then these edges will go together like this. So we have a little bag. Then you have to just put the sides together. So since I make it with one hand and my other hand is busy with recording, it doesn't look shape nice, but I will make while I'm not recording and show you. But it's basically like this. As I mentioned, little bag and the size roll. It's kind of like this. And this is the other way. Let me show you now. To do this shape, you have to close the edge and have one rectangle of all the edges. Then you will take this part and this part and bring together like this and shape it. You're not wasting anything. The small pieces left over from the sides I showed you before, I'm just gonna cut them little square and make them little this shape. Ready to steam. Now I'm just gonna grease the steam. Let me show you like boiling. Now I'm gonna grease the top and put the raviolis Manti. I'm greasing with butter all over. And my ravioli is in, and I'm just gonna cover and steam about 30 minutes. As you see, steaming. And it's not too high, it's just a medium high. While our raviolis are steaming, I'm gonna make tomato sauce. Normally for Turkish ravioli we just boil butter and put paprika inside, but for Uzbek ravioli I wanna make tomato sauce, and for that I grated one tomato. I put some olive oil. You can just use butter. I love olive oil, but I used a little bit butter. Around 1 teaspoon is tomato paste, and half of teaspoon is pepper paste. So I'm gonna mix them and cook them. A little bit of salt, pepper paste, and a little bit of mint. This is actually my mix. I don't know how they do it. And I will add a little bit water and let it cook like maybe 15 minutes in slow heat until the tomatoes is completely melt. So I add the water too. I'm waiting for it to begin boiling. After it's boiled, I will reduce the heat. You can see it's beautifully cooked. Now I'm gonna put it in this plate. Ravioli is in the plate. We eat it with garlic yogurt, so I'm gonna put garlic yogurt on top, and on top of it the tomato. Our sauce is ready, and our ravioli ready with the tomato sauce, garlic yogurt, a little bit of dry mint, and red pepper flakes. This is the way we eat it. It's beautiful. I can't wait to taste it. Now it's on the way to my mouth. Very delicious. And today we make Uzbek style ravioli, mucho, they said. It's very delicious. Inside is soft, melting in your mouth. I'm sure you will love it and enjoy it. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share my videos. And thank you for watching.